Keeping cool is getting trickier. 4 of Britain's hottest recorded days were in the last 6 years. We even hit a tropical 40 degrees. When it does get hot, a tower fan is an affordable way of feeling cool. Their vertical design takes up less space than traditional fans with large blades, so they can be easier to put where you need them. But should you go for a premium or a budget one? My premium-priced fan is from Philips. The 5000 series is yours for £90. It has 3 speed settings, a remote and an essential oils diffuser, though you'll have to buy your own aromas. My budget fan is from Amos. It'll set you back £39.99. No oil diffuser here, but 3 speed settings, a remote and, unlike the Philips, a temperature display. To really test them, I've come to Salford University's Energy House, a normal home built inside a high-tech lab, so energy performance can be measured with amazing accuracy. Researcher Bill George is going to use the lab to help me compare the fans. Bill, great to meet you.
Good to meet you, John.
First, I want to see if the fans are different inside. So, we're taking them apart. Well, here we are, the innards exposed. Both use spinning cylinders of blades to suck air from the back and blow it out the front. They're very similar, but Bill spotted the premium model has bigger blades.
What I can notice from this one, John, is that the blade set seems to be a little bit wider, so perhaps that's an indicator of how much force it'll propel the air.
Actually, the motor on the Amos is slightly more powerful than the motor in the Philips, 45 watts as opposed to 40, so I wonder if that might balance out the fact that it's got small blades.
To be quite honest, I couldn't really confidently say. That's something we're probably going to have to go and test.
Excellent. For our first test, we'll measure how well the fans spread air around a replica living room as they slowly rotate from side to side.
We're going to be sat in different positions, and we're going to use this anemometer here, which essentially measures wind speed.
Brilliant. I'll sit in 3 positions, getting further from the fan to see how well each model would cool various people sat in a warm front room, starting with the premium Philips. It feels like a pretty healthy blast of air, and you can definitely sense that the air is concentrated in this narrow beam. You do get a definite blade of air with this tower fan. But will its 40-watt motor still reach me and the anemometer sending data to Bill as I move further away from it? Both fans can oscillate through 60 degrees. Slightly more concentrated than I expected, which means you do get quite a good velocity, I think. With Bill's data recorded, time to swap the £90 Philips for the £40 Amos. Will it feel like it costs less than half the price? The 45-watt Amos is slightly more powerful than the 40-watt Philips, but feels softer. It feels a weaker and less focused beam of air with the Amos. So does my experience match Bill's data? My feeling was that the Philips was giving a stronger, more focused beam of air, but that the Amos was giving a slightly more gentle, cooling feeling. Is that what the figures bear out?
Yeah, that's exactly what's being reflected in the data, John. You can see that the Philips was actually producing faster wind speed.
But particularly when I was closer to the fan.
The graph shows that the Philips, in red, is loads better than the Amos, in blue, for people sitting close, but only a bit better for people sitting further away. So a reasonable job from the Amos, but nevertheless, I think a win for the Philips in this air circulation round.
Yeah.
Next, how do they compare on those unbearably hot nights? As these are fans, not pricier aircon units, they can't cool a room with chilled air. But with the temperature cranked to 30 degrees, they should still help me cool down with the breeze they create.
We're off. It certainly feels hot in this room. It's not the sort of temperature I'd want to sleep in.
Bill's using an infrared camera to measure my skin temperature. First, with the Philips, blowing at maximum speed.
It won't change the temperature of the room, but it'll cool you by helping the sweat evaporate off your face.
What sort of temperature am I at the moment?
36.4, John. We're seeing a little drop in your temperature on your face. Well, how are you actually feeling?
I'm feeling a fair bit cooler. It's not a dramatic cooling effect. I think on a hot summer night, I think I'd probably be more disturbed by the noise that this was making than the heat, even though the noise is a bit white noise-ish. It's still loud enough to be annoying, I think. Well, we've had 10 minutes with the Philips. Let's see what the Amos can do. My first impressions are I'm not getting as cool as I was with the Philips. You really do feel that the air current is slower and slightly less effective. How's my temperature looking?
Your hottest point in your face is at 36.5.
The Amos certainly gives you a slightly more gentle breeze, but the Amos is just a little bit quieter. I can't wait to see the results.
With the fans up close in the bedroom, the £90 Philips feels noticeably better. But after 10 minutes, has it actually cooled me down more than the £40 Amos?
So the Philips before, you can see it started at 36.7 and then reduced to 36.2, which is a 0.5 degree difference,
Right.
which in the skin world, that's quite significant.
Right.
And the Amos started at 36.5 and reduced to 36.4, which is only a 0.1 degree difference.
So that's considerably less effective.
Yeah.
Yes. So now it comes to the moment where we have to decide which offers best value for money, the Philips at £90 or the Amos at £39.99. What do you think?
So the Philips has been the standout performer throughout the day. It had better wind speed, and because of that, it cooled you down better. And that's exactly what you want from a fan. So I think it's worth the money.
I agree with you.
During those sweltering days and long sleepless nights, my experience and the data suggest you really will feel the difference after paying extra. So the Philips is better value for money.